So over the last 2 days, we've had a massive influx of uninstalls when it comes to this game. People are scared to play, and rightfully so. We still don't know exactly what's going on, and unfortunately, EA has still not spoke out, but we've not only had EAC speak out to say that it wasn't their anti-cheat, but we now have more responses as well. We have unpacked a lot of information in this video, so of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with what's going on in the scene. Without further ado, let's dive into it. So firstly, you guys remember in yesterday's video, we did make mention that the Easy Anti-Cheat Twitter, which hadn't tweeted out in over 5 years, finally came out to say it was not them that was compromised. It was not the vulnerability that was going through EAC causing all of this problem. And this made everyone blame Respawn or EA, which is weird enough because EA and Respawn have not come out to say, do not play our game, because why would they? But if their game was safe, I feel like they definitely would be coming out to say our game is safe and you could still play, stop uninstalling. Well, then we got an update from, believe it or not, Epic Games. That's right. Fortnite obviously decided they wanted to get involved, I guess. And so Epic Games Status decided to do their own investigation, considering they use Easy Anti-Cheat as well. So not only did Easy Anti-Cheat say it's not them, but Epic Games also said that we investigated recent reports of a potential RCE issue in Apex Legends, and we have confirmed that it is unrelated to the Easy Anti-Cheat. We are confident that there is no RCE vulnerability within EAC being exploited, which basically leads us to other outcomes. Number one, it's either EA and Respawn side of things, or number two, the individual players' computers were compromised. So that's when we got a professional hacker to explain what was going on. Here is a very concise breakdown from Pirate Software, who once again is a professional hacker, to explain what is most likely taking place here and to give you some better insight as to whether or not this game is safe. So firstly, let's meet Pirate Software.
So I've been in the security industry for 20 years. I'm a hacker. My job at Blizzard Entertainment was lead of application security, which is all of Blizzard's websites globally, and then I was a senior red team specialist. I have banned over 2 million players throughout my career. I have 3 black badges from DEF CON, and my last job was hacking power plants for the federal government. This is not my first rodeo. This is entirely my wheelhouse. Right? 100%. I've done this for 20 years.
So now that you've met Pirate Software and who he is and what he does, he's also gone in to explain that he originally believed that Jen Burton more than likely just simply had these hacks on his computer. Not saying that he was a cheater, but basically saying it looked like his computer had been compromised. But then he changes up and says that if this was happening to multiple players, then maybe something's different. This is his explanation of it happening to more than one player.
In order to pull this off, what the attacker would need to have is the ability to download and run a cheat in runtime to that person's client. So they would need remote code execution to get all of that onto their machine and then run it, which does lend the possibility towards a remote code execution in Apex. That does. It gives the possibility for that. Doesn't mean it is, but it does. It could also be that these machines are compromised because it didn't hit everyone in the game. It just hit 2 people.
Yeah.
That is a clever thing to do if you're trying to create, you know, the fog of war with that. But when you have an exploit this big, it's much more funny to make everyone suddenly cheating because that's hilarious. If you're going to go for it, you go for it all, right? Generally. So I am wondering, I think at that point, it's again, it's the same thing. We have to wait to see where the vuln exists. Is this an easy anti-cheat, which seems unlikely to me? Is this in Apex, which is possible? Or is this individuals' compromised computers? Because you could have 2 people on a gigantic tournament like this that have compromised computers.
So after all of these clips of explaining what in the world is going on, it's very hard to tell if this hacker actually used social engineering to maybe get some things installed on these players' computer, or if maybe there was another way to get these computers compromised, or was there a compromising of the computers at all? Maybe he still is going through an RCE exploit. To be honest with you, I feel like that is still a very likely scenario just because Respawn and EA have yet to actually come and confirm. I feel like if Respawn and EA would have done their research, they would have determined it was the player's computer compromised, it wasn't Easy Anti-Cheat, therefore our game is still safe and you could still play. But they've not encouraged anyone to stop uninstalling. What's crazy about all of this is pro player ImperialHal is still banned. He tweeted this out last night. I'm still banned on Apex while EA and Respawn are investigating my account to fix things. I won't be able to stream until then. So unfortunate and sorry guys, but holy crap. Like, not only is it crazy that we're going through all of this, but now the #1 pro player in the world is banned from his account for multiple days and he still can't get out. Now, I do think the ban was probably taking place from Easy Anti-Cheat, which more than likely just simply happened because of an automation. So don't freak out. I don't think Respawn is purposely intending to keep him banned because he's a cheater and they're going to punish him or anything. They probably just need to keep him banned so that they can actually obtain all the proper reports that were probably automatically made when Easy Anti-Cheat made the ban. So there's a little bit of an update of what's going on. I still personally would advise not playing. Just the sources that I spoke to really wanted me to heavily insinuate that the game is indeed indeed not safe. Stay tuned right here on the channel by liking and subscribing for further updates of what's going on in the Apex Legends news world. And until the next time, we will see you all later, Gators.